Hey guys, Dan here. So, Itch.io is an indie game developer marketplace where just about anyone can upload their demo or game jam entry or whatever and see how it fares with the public. Thousands upon thousands go on to do well, and the site is often seen as a stepping stone to ultimately getting a Steam release. Every day, gamers and YouTubers alike scour the front page looking for the next big thing. But one of my favorite activities on Itch.io is searching for older games and finding one that really stood out, but for whatever reason never got its day in the sun, one that deserved much more attention than it received. A diamond in the rough, if you will. Well, boy oh boy, I have found one that it blows my mind that no one saw this when it first came out. It must have slipped through the cracks or something, I don't know, but this is the itch page for this game. It's called Deadlines, and it was developed by these guys. It was released on October 28th of 2024, and yeah, it only has a couple of ratings, one of which is mine, and only one video. Well, we gotta change that. First, I'll start by reading the blurb the developers wrote about the game. Deadlines is a fixed camera psychological horror puzzle game that explores themes of guilt, nostalgia, and self-confrontation. You play as Ashley, a teenager navigating the unsettling halls of Redwood High after school hours. As you explore, fragments of your past begin to resurface, stirring up emotions and forcing you to face a long-buried guilt. To confront your guilt, you must collect photographs that hold special memories, gradually uncovering a story that has been hidden away. Along the way, you'll face the struggle of piecing yourself back together as you grapple with what is real and what has been lost. Okay, let's start it up, and I'll sort of narrate the story and just talk about the game and give you my thoughts and impressions as we go. That dream again. I don't even remember falling asleep. It's already late, I should get going. Okay, our story begins. We're Ashley, and it looked like the dream was about two friends who were separated. We can pick up this library book, Perspective for Artists, some kind of art book. The book is long overdue. I should return this to the library before I leave. Now this I don't understand. This is our dorm room, right? But it opens right into the school hallways. You'd think it would be in a separate building. We can check this out. It's a notice board. It's covered with club posters advertising events and activities. I like to start by checking the doors. This one is locked on the other side. I love the fixed camera angles and the third person. Another thing I should mention is in the settings you have the choice between modern controls or tank controls. I chose tank controls, they just feel more natural to me. Okay, so we're still exploring. What are we even doing here at night? That's what I want to know. It certainly looks like we're here alone. Another locked door. Okay, return books here. I can't return it here. I secretly marked it as returned so the librarian doesn't know I still have it. So we need to put this book directly on the shelf, but not just any shelf. We have to find the right section. Math, science, study guides, history, technology, music, design, Visual arts. Here we go. You returned the book. Something has fallen from the shelf. Now, when we go to pick it up, what just happened? Suddenly, things have changed. There's lots of books strewn about. Chairs and desks are piled up in the corner. There's stuff floating in midair. I'm telling you, she's still dreaming. We find that same book again, sitting on a table. It's that book that dropped earlier. Why does it look familiar? A worn scrapbook filled with faded memories. Ashley and I both applied to the Annswwr School of Fine Arts today. We've been dreaming about this forever. Hopefully we both get in. I remember this. Now, this scrapbook plays a very important role in the plot. We have to fill it up with photos and notes and stuff that we find scattered throughout the school. And each time we add to it, we unlock a new bit of story. And Ashley slowly rebuilds her memory of what's happened. It looks like there's some stuff missing. So now we can leave the library. The hallway is littered with textbooks and the lockers are out of place. Again, this is some kind of dream world. Or maybe you can call it a nightmare. Okay, so this part of the school, this is the gymnasium. This is where they held their career day. That's why there's all these kiosks set up. And here in the middle, we see a vending machine underneath the basketball hoop. Is that... It's my acceptance letter. I need to get it out of there. We need to find a coin, basically. Each of these tables has a flyer for a different academy. We can pick up and examine each flyer. You're supposed to rotate them around and inspect them. The reason being, one of them has a coin attached to it. This one here. Okay, so found the coin. Now, let's try the vending machine. We gotta get that acceptance letter. It's working. Except it doesn't give us the right one. What? It dispenses Willow's acceptance letter. Willow is the name of our lost friend. So it's Ashley and Willow. I can't take this. I wish I could be happy for you. But I guess they only had room for one of us. Suddenly, we're transported to a different part of the dream world. And here we can find a Polaroid. It says, "Future Hopes, a cheerful selfie taken during career day." Why is this here? Remember, we're supposed to add these to our scrapbook. Like so. We were here together that day. If I had just chosen differently. Obviously, Ashley is living with some kind of guilt, some kind of regret. It's starting to look like their friendship didn't end on good terms. They must have had a falling out. Back in the hallway, we can keep exploring. We come across a map of the school that we can take with us. This far end of the hallway is blocked off. Someone or Something has obstructed our path with a row of lockers. This door leads to the courtyard. And here we can find a key. It says it's the key to the music room. The music room is located back by those lockers that were blocking our way. The door's locked, but now we can open it and proceed. There's some musical gear here, drums, a keyboard, that sort of thing. And we can find another photograph. This triggers a cutscene with Willow. I can't believe you would even think that. I didn't need to. It's written all over your smug face. What? What the hell is wrong with you? We were supposed to go together. It's not my fault things turned out this way. Oh, of course, it's never your fault. You just get everything handed to you. If that's how you want to see it, fine. I'm done trying with you. So they had an argument. Sounds like Willow was accepted, but Ashley wasn't. There's some jealousy involved that soured their relationship. If we peek inside this drum, we'll find a piano key. Looks like there's some keys missing. Now we can add this key. And we need to find the other one. As we leave the room, the layout has changed again, and now we're getting to some more horror elements. Here, the game introduces a new gameplay mechanic. A glitchy, pixelated version of Willow starts attacking us. If we turn our backs, we're dead. We have to face her to keep her at bay. This took me a few tries to get used to it. But I love this whole idea. It's nice to have some intense action added to the game. As you can see, she gets me a bunch of times. But all you need to do is make it to the closest door and then exit it, because that resets the encounter. Back outside in the courtyard again, we find the other piano key. Now we can return to the music room and solve the piano puzzle. Again, entering each nearby door to reset the monster's position. The piano begins to play a familiar tone. One of the keys is jammed on something. Now we've discovered another key, the courtyard key. And here you're going to see how I accidentally figured out how to cheese the bad guy. All you have to do is walk backwards. If you walk backwards, Willow's staticky pixel ghost won't follow you. We enter the courtyard once more and run to the door on the far side. It's locked, but we now have the key, so we can use it to open the door. And that concludes the demo. We hope you enjoyed the game's world, puzzles, and story so far. We'll have more in store very soon. Alright. And that's as far as they've gotten. Now remember, this game was published Halloween of 2024, so it's been almost a year since we heard from this developer. I really hope they are indeed still working on this game, because I know that if you put out a demo and it doesn't get much fanfare, it's hard to have motivation to keep going with it, because you feel like your hard work isn't being noticed or recognized. That's why it's important as a fan to offer encouragement, you know? That's why I wanted to make this video, and I hope they see it, because I think this game has fantastic potential. I love this sort of thing. As a matter of fact, there's so much about this demo that is amazing. I'm going to list them. I'm going to list them for you right here. I love the third-person perspective with the fixed camera angles. I love the fact that you can choose between modern controls or tank controls. I enjoyed the anime-style art design. I like anime, and it's not often that I get to play horror stuff that makes use of this style. Usually everything is meant to look realistic or retro PSX with kind of a blocky, pixelated look. RPG Maker games tend to be the only horror games with this art style. On a side note, some of the mechanics in this game remind me of RPG Maker game mechanics. I mean, how many of those revolve around students in a Japanese-style school setting, you know? At night, with static monsters chasing you. I also love how the environment flips back and forth between dream states, where it's darker, creepier, and everything's disheveled. The cool font they picked for the game, they could have gone with a standard typeface, but instead they decided to use kind of a funky handwritten font that's more unique. That was a nice touch. What else? The scrapbook mechanic was a neat idea, I thought. I like how we need to explore to fill it up with found photos, and that's how we make the story progress and evolve, along with solving puzzles and finding keys and stuff. And of course, Willow's staticky form that pursues us near the end. That's a great way to heighten tension and increase the stakes. I would say in a full version of this game, if they expand on this demo, there should obviously be more puzzles and whatnot, but also more dangers or more enemies that force us to use different tactics to handle them. More cutscenes would be great. That would help push the story forward. And the dreamscape idea is great because it allows the developer to craft more diverse environments and more imaginative settings. I mean, they can kind of go wild there. But enough of my rambling. What did you think? Please leave a comment below with your thoughts on this. I mean, do you agree with me? Isn't this a cool start to a potentially great game? Go check this demo out for yourself if you'd like. I'll leave a link in the description below. But anyway, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Stay safe, and I'll see you next time.